Hey guys, welcome to Measuring Math for our computers in group time. So what I've done is I've created another Google slide. This is like obviously the best and my most favorite way to show you a lesson. So the first thing I'd like to do is to remind you that you need those pages from your lesson scans. And I have a picture of one on the next image. But for here, I want to show you the items that you should gather. Now, I can't expect you to have every item that we would have in the classroom. So I've tried to give you some alternatives. And then, of course, if you need to have even more alternatives, that's okay. So don't drive yourself crazy and don't drive mom and dad crazy by looking for exactly the specific things. So a calculator or a phone, because a phone is a calculator too, and I actually used a phone. Either one of these tape dispensers or a different one or just a roll of tape, whatever you can find. We have a key. Could be a funny key, could be a plastic key, could be your baby sister or baby brother's key, it could be the key from your parents' car. Just make sure you ask. A screw or a nail, make sure to ask again. We don't want to get poked. Now, this is the kind of fun one that I wanted to show you. So I have these neat erasers. I think you've seen me use them. They're long and they look like snakes. And I figured if you have like a neat eraser that you'd want to measure, you can do that too. We need just one marker, doesn't matter what color, you'll find out, they're all the same length. We have a clipboard or a book, and it could be any size book, and it could be any book. And then just in the spirit of Easter, we have an Easter egg, or maybe another plastic toy if you don't have any more Easter eggs lying around. Okay, so let's go to page 2. So on page 2 here on mine, you will see this page, which is what is in your lesson scans. And what they want you to do is to measure the objects on the table. Of course, it's not on a table unless you put it there. First using paper clips and then cubes, and then record the length on the form. They want you then, after you've recorded each of these lengths, to circle the object that is the longest and underline supposed to be the smallest. Obviously, Mrs. Smith was a little tired that day. That's okay. I can try to, I'll fix that on this screen, so at least we'll know. All right, so let's do this. And then I bet you guys are laughing at me right now because this is what would happen in the classroom, wouldn't it? And then Mrs. Smith would say, uh-oh, she went crazy. There we go. And we'll do a little bit bigger so that it fits. Ha! You got it. All right, so I would like you to underline the smallest object. That was very silly, that's okay. And I have some examples of how we do this, and then I'll fill in my paper here the way that I'd like you to fill in it after you've measured. So what I did was there are 8 different things to measure. If you really like to measure and you'd like to practice, do all 8. If you want to do 4 today and 4 on Thursday, that's fine too. If you just want to do 4 right now, it's just a good skill to practice. So I also put here, which you've noticed, that if you don't have cubes or you don't have paper clips, you could also measure with pennies or Legos or any other small object like that, which you can line up. All right, so moving on to my examples. So here what I did was I actually borrowed Mr. Smith's phone. And I used paper clips in order to measure the first time. So I actually found more like 10 paper clips, all of the same length. Now, first grade, think about this. Why would we not want small, tiny, and large paper clips to measure with one object? Now, the answer is because when you're measuring in equal increments, equal spacing. And I'll show you on the ruler what I mean by that in the next image. But for this one, you want to make sure that your objects that you are measuring are approximately the same length. So if you're doing Legos, you want to make sure that you're using like let's see, I think most Legos are 2x4 maybe. So like you get a bunch of 2x4 Legos, or you use the really tiny ones, or you use little Lego guys, but make sure they're all wearing hats or all not wearing hats. You want them to be approximately the same length. So in this answer, I was able to find that 3 paper clips is the length of Mr. Smith's phone. So over here, because I didn't have a calculator, I'm going to write down phone because that's what I really used. And it doesn't quite fit, so I'm going to change my font. There we go. My phone is, do you remember what number? I do. It was 3. 3 paper clips long. Okay, so let's say we're not using paper clips because you can't find any and you're using something else. You can cover over this word paperclip, you can cross it out, you can white it out, whatever you have with you, and then you could just glue a piece of paper like paper tape right on top, and then you just write down what you are using to measure. That way you can be scientific about it. Okay, so then the next part is, I'm going to show you. So I didn't have cubes because I'm not in the classroom. I'm here at home with Goose and Angie, and I used a ruler. So what I did was I took this ruler, and you can see that very carefully I matched up the bottom edge of the ruler to the bottom edge of the phone. And then what happens is you place them right next to each other, and you can measure how long the phone is. So the ruler displays for us why we need to have equal amounts of spacing in order to measure. So this ruler only shows inches. Some rulers have smaller measurements on the other side, which say centimeters. Maybe your ruler has centimeters. In this inches one, we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But if you look at where I'm highlighting, it's a little bit past 5, and it's almost to this middle mark. So what is in between 5 and 6? Well, the answer is 5 1/2. That's right. So his phone is actually 5 1/2 inches long. So now what I would do is I'd go back here, and again, I need to write down phone, because that's what I was measuring. If you did calculator, you can write down calculator, whatever you're measuring. And then I need to write down what I'm using to measure, and I used a ruler. And the ruler tells me in inches. You could also use a ruler to tell you in centimeters. So you have to kind of go with what you have. And then lastly, we have to write down, oh my goodness, Mrs. Smith put this in the wrong spot. Well, gracious. All right, do you remember how many inches? Okay, good, I do too, it's 5 1/2. So I'm going to write 5 1/2. You could also write that like this, 5.5, that's also 5 1/2. And over here, that's where I fit in the word inches. So it's 5 1/2 inches long. All right, so then for the rest of these, have fun, measure your tape, measure your key, make sure that you're measuring and you're keeping the edges of both items flat. That way you're getting a proper measurement, even if you're using paper clips or your ruler. And I hope you have fun. There is a bonus page that I will include. It's already in your lesson scans, and I'll write it down in the information for Tuesday. And if you'd like to do a bonus page either on Tuesday or Thursday, you certainly can. All right, I hope you've had fun. I actually had fun doing a little measuring myself, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.